Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to two dudes, one garage crypto podcast number 5.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing?
How's it going?
All right. So, Alex, what are we talking about today?
We're going through all sorts of stuff. You want to go through this one? I kind of wanted to talk about just like kind of touch up on a couple of things that we already talked about in one of the first couple podcasts. So, yeah, market's looking good, healthy, but we got some couple fun things today. I just want to talk about Tether really quick, and we were talking about stable coins. So Tether is the biggest stable coin, USDT, but we have USD coin, USDC, Binance coin, USD, BUSD. We got DAI, Terra, and True. So I just wanted to kind of share that because we didn't really get into all the different stable coins, and there's like over $100 billion worth of stable coins. So that's worth mentioning for people that don't know about all this stuff. I mean, a lot of, we do, but we're just talking about Solana, and there's just been a lot more issues and outages. Kind of something we alluded to. I don't think it's a bad project. I think it's really good. Yeah, it was down for a number of hours. Within the 24 hours, more than 60% of the transactions failed. And I'm kind of looking at this from like, if I'm a retail or consumer person who wants to like kind of play around or buy an NFT, kind of like check out crypto in general, like I think this is still okay, and there is some better options. Like Solana's great sometimes and it has some issues, but if I want to run a business from that side, like I don't want to see this, because I want like, consumer confidence, people be able to use like my goods and services. So that is kind of concerning. I think the market will decide who they end up wanting to use based on like how many times this happens, right? Like you shift somewhere else. I know that Solana's transaction fees are very, very low. Sometimes like, tenth or thousandth of a penny or whatever. But on the other side of that, there can be issues if there has been multiple denial of service attacks. And so that does cause like some big problems, right? If you just have huge throughput and a lot of people do like what you have and you just can't scale it, or if you have like malicious actors that are just trying to bomb your network, right? And like take it down temporarily. So you would think kind of intuitively maybe like the cheapest possible transactions is a good thing, but that's not the case. You want it to cost something, right? So people do kind of have it does cost them something to put something on your network, so issues like this don't happen. Any thoughts?
I'm just going to go ahead and read Roy Murphy. He put, warning, over the last 24 hours, more than 60% of Solana transactions have failed. That's right. A 50 billion top 5 market cap digital asset is losing over 200,000 transactions every second. Just switch it off already. My thoughts on that is they're fairly new company and they're moving really fast, and it's just growing pains. You start something and you want it, people like it, they're going to use it, and maybe your servers aren't up to par to scalability wise, so therefore your servers crash. It happens. It happened a lot in my experience with like going towards like NFTs and stuff. You go into a drop or buy something and you're used to having 50,000 people there, and all of a sudden you have 1 million. Like that's going to make your servers melt at that point. It's scalability issue. So I think it's a good thing. You know why? Because people are using it. People are using it. They like it. It's popular. And like I always say, it's good publicity, man. It's not bad at all. Just people trying to spread some FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, So that's all I have to say for that.
I think this is a good example of like we're going to find a sweet spot where over time that some of these issues for certain projects really are like the kinks are worked out, iron out over time as the all crypto matures. I know that there's been other ones that haven't ever been down, and then there's a gradient of having a lot of issues and not having much, and Solana really is like kind of cutting edge in the sense that like a lot of people are hitting it really hard. So I do understand, but once again, like I said, if you're running a company, like I would have a hard time having that being like an acceptable thing as a constant.
All right, I just want to touch back on the whole Solana transaction issue. getting an influx of users in, and the servers or the blockchain is not keeping up with their transactions. I actually had experience when I was first starting in my journey with Vivi, and they were growing at such a rapid pace that you would go into the app and try to purchase an NFT on drop date, which is the release date for their NFT. And you would just not be able to log in. You get kicked out. You wouldn't even be able to log into the app, which was it was terrible for people. But I immediately realized that Vivi was growing way too fast for its capability, which to me, that's an amazing thing. That's a good problem to have. And that's what, like I said earlier, those are good growing pains because people are actually using it. You don't want to be that guy that has that, blockchain or crypto that just sits there and does nothing, and you have no issues whatsoever. That's because you're not having scalability issues and you don't have people wanting or needing to use your services or your coins. So, Alex, it's a good thing,
Yeah. And you're thinking like it started with like 50,000 people and it blew up to 1 million, or?
So Vivi started off October 2020, having their first drop. I started doing research on microcap coins, and I ran into Ecomi, ticker OMI, and kind of did my own research and found out that the use case was NFTs, digital collectibles. And as I started joining, participating in these drops, everything was smooth. I was able to complete sets. I was able to buy everything I wanted to within that drop time. There's things that weren't selling out as fast. It would take hours to sell. And then we got an influx of users and things are gone in seconds, milliseconds, where you can't even buy anything. And they've had big licenses. So as soon as the big licenses like Disney and Marvel came around, scalability was a little bit of an issue, and people were having issues logging into their account. When they were buying, it'd say they purchased something and they would just kick them out. So, growing pains is a good thing. And, that's how I see Solana. I see Solana just starting off, moving too fast for their servers and for their team to keep up with. And, they'll eventually get there. Yeah, they'll eventually get there.
Right on, right on. I can definitely see the similarities there. And like at the end of the day, they're both successful platforms that a lot of people want to use. And definitely a high throughput, high demand, a lot of people moving in and out. Pretty interesting news. So Facebook, or Meta, also known as, is testing a digital wallet called Novi. And it's going to be like bundled in, connected to the WhatsApp app. And, so many people use this all over the world. You got billions of people literally that use Facebook and WhatsApp, Meta. And so they are testing it. It's like in a test pilot, like a small amount of people so far. But it should be very easy where I guess you just push like a button, like an attachment, and you can send money. So very interesting stuff. We'll see how it goes, how the test runs. But I think this is like a huge deal. And if this actually gets running, I mean, can you imagine all these like adopters by accident of crypto? That's crazy, right? Like, I think this might be one of the biggest stories actually for a long time.
Some users of WhatsApp messaging app in the United States are now able to send and receive money using the Novi wallet and expansion of pilot programming for the cryptocurrency payment service developed by Meta, the technology behemoth formerly known as Facebook. So my thoughts on this is they're trying to become the Google Pay, the Apple Pay of the crypto world. And if anybody that's ever used Google Pay or Apple Pay, you can literally text someone. You have an icon in your keyboard. You just click Apple Pay or Google Pay. You can text and send someone money. It's going to be that easy for someone to send someone money. So you just click on your icon and you'll be able to send people crypto. I think that's amazing. That's nothing but positive news. As far as that, hope to see some new users and adopters of crypto with that.
For sure. I just think it all points to more maturity and over time there'll probably even be like better options once like more and more people are aware of it and there's like more demand and just like general exposure, but I think this is like a good in between option. In a couple of years, I'm sure like we're going to have really nice, built out stuff, but yeah, this is good. I really like it. And then just kind of a fun story. Just Tesla will now accept Doge payments, for some merch, etc. So, we're still memeing. We're having a good time, having fun. Clearly, he enjoys it, and it's unclear which items will be available for purchase via Dogecoin, as Tesla sells several items on the website, including clothing, toys, mugs, novelty items. Like I said, he just wants to see how it goes, kind of have a good time with it. I don't think he's taking it too seriously, but there's been a lot of like big tech people that do see the value in crypto overall and don't think it's just a meme, but is a kind of way to like kind of slide in that mass adoption in its own way and get the it's all just like getting the headlines and the news and constant exposure. So I think that's partially what's going on here. What do you think?
I think that's amazing. As a Doge holder, I think anything that Elon Musk promotes or does is amazing as far as that. So it was brought up maybe 6 months ago for him to start accepting Doge for Tesla. It didn't go through. So now he's doing Tesla to Doge transactions. I think that's great. And that's a hint. This is my thoughts on it. That's a hint saying the next step after merch, Tesla.
Yeah.
You'll be able to buy a Tesla. And when that happens, I'll buy a Tesla.
Well, they talked about Bitcoin, right? But then like they kind of rescinded on that. I don't know if they're doing that now, right? They're not accepting Bitcoin at the moment, but they are going to take Doge in for smaller volume items, probably stuff under a couple $100 instead of, tens of thousands, $100,000 cars, which I think is fair and reasonable. I get why they're doing that. So, yeah.
So recently, Elon was a Person of the Year by Time Magazine, and as he was being interviewed, they obviously brought up the Doge. So when they brought that up, Musk said Dogecoin was the best cryptocurrency for transactions as it encourages people to spend instead of hoarding as a store of value, Bitcoin. The billionaire noted that even though it was started as a joke, Dogecoin was better suited for handling large volumes of transactions. In comparison, Bitcoin was not a good substitute for transactional currency as the transaction volume was low and cost per transaction was high. He added, Dogecoin founder Billy Marcus seemed to be endorsed the opinion tweeted by Musk, co-founder of PayPal. So honestly, they're working on it. Rolling back to the previous podcast, that's the beautiful thing about crypto. You can start as a joke and then become something real, something that has use case. And this is another prime example of us being here and talking about this early enough to where we don't even know, what's going to happen. Yeah, it's free game. It's like the Wild West in the financial world for electronic payment methods. And we're just seeing little hints here and there of what, a joke coin started by someone in his, dorm college is now a multi-billion-dollar currency, and it's able to buy movie tickets, basketball tickets, Tesla merch, and there's a bunch of other places, small mom and pop shops that accept Doge, just because Doge is a brand now. It's a brand. It's all it is. It's Nike, Pepsi, Cola. Everyone knows Doge. It's a dog coin.
Yeah, and I think Doge is in that like interesting place in culture where it's very unique, and it's good to keep in mind that it's like something that we're having fun with, whereas some of the other ones are trying to change the world, etc., and have all these lofty claims, which some of them might happen, some of them might not. There's a lot of promises in crypto, right? So it's kind of like parsing through those things, and that's kind of one thing I wanted to touch on too about like meme coins and everything. Like there is a lot of like strange coins or jokes and scams, but I think Bitcoin got here and proved the tech, proved that it was able with the cryptographic transactions as technology, and we got Ethereum. Have all these good projects, and because of that, it kind of paved the way for Christmas Floki X and Dogelon Mars, and so for context, for people that like haven't been doing this for a long time, there are 15,000 coins, but it started from a good place and like very solid projects and people with, a really good vision, and you just got to be careful. I don't know, you guys might want to look up that. I love that video of the Squid Games coin going to zero, like that. I think the Twitch guy is called the Dent. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, so the Squid Game coin was another meme coin, and there's all kinds of signs. There's ways of telling what if it's a meme, like if it's a rug pull or if it's actually trying to be something, and all the signs are leaning towards rug pull. And yeah, this guy was like streaming his squid coin going up, and all of a sudden it goes to nothing. Like they just hit the lights on it, and he's like, "What?" It was epic. It was funny, but sucks to be him.
Yeah, I actually looked him up. He does a lot of like Twitch stuff and just reviews a lot of coins. So I think it was just like a fun thing to check out. Staking, because we mentioned it, but we didn't really like go over it. And it's a good option. Some cryptos have it. They reward you in their native token or, a token on their ecosystem for holding or lending money out. So especially if you're not doing anything with the crypto, you want to hold it for 3 months or 2 years or whatever, like they'll pay you out. And I know like for Ethereum and Avalanche, so if you want to run a node on Ethereum or Avalanche, like it is pretty expensive, especially at this point as those prices have gone up. Like you have to have like 30 or 32 36 ETH or Avalanche tokens, which is going to cost you thousands of dollars. But sometimes they'll let you get in a pool, or even like exchanges will let you stake there. Coinbase lets you stake Ethereum. There's like a list of coins you can stake on Binance. You have like Algorand and Vet, and there's a bunch of them there too. So it gives you some options. Cardano actually lets you do it in their wallet, and a lot of like Terra lets you do it in their wallet. So it gives you, there's a number of options. Whatever you feel comfortable. You want to learn a wallet. I think I like a desktop wallet personally. I don't really like hot wallets, the browser extension ones. People use MetaMask and stuff. I think it's weird in the sense I don't know how safe it is. Maybe it is, but I don't know. Web browser extensions in the past have like known to have like some issues, so I wouldn't want to feel comfortable putting tons of money into a web browser. But yeah. So with either staking or yield farming, where you actually lend your money out to other people and make a percentage. I'm going to touch on yield farming really quick because it's similar to staking in some ways, where you're basically making some sort of passive return. You're going to lend your money out somehow to an exchange, or I know Aave does it. But usually you're over collateralized and you will get your money back. If anything, happens, the person will get liquidated, you get your money back. So it's pretty safe way. Also, you can just like throw your coins into like stable coins. A lot of like Gemini, whatever, will give you a percentage just for holding or staking coins there. So there's a lot of options and things you can do if you're just kind of looking to hold on to some money and you don't really want to play the market and jump around all over the place. So just like I said, we kind of touched on staking in the past, so I thought I'd just kind of like go a little bit more into detail. I've done that a little bit, been happy with it. Some pretty nice free passive returns.
Vivi is a NFT digital art platform app where you can buy digital art. The leading mobile first digital platform announced a partnership with Immutable X, the first layer 2 scaling solution of carbon neutral non-fungible tokens NFT built on Ethereum. The collaboration paves the way for Vivi to scale to an app with its current 300,000 collectors to prove millions of everyday consumable, seamless, secure, and carbon neutral experience with world of digital collectibles across the fandom. So they were first on the Go chain. So people would say that it wasn't a true NFT because you couldn't put it in a wallet. But now that it's an immutable, they're making that transition to where you can take it out of the app and actually put it on a wallet. So that's a big plus with Immutable, and also
It was coming.
it was coming. Yeah, yeah. uh, so with over 500,000 NFTs sold and millions of NFT transactions, the VV platform has united fandom across global with an immersive roster of high-profile partners. They have tons of licenses. I mean, every license: Disney, Universal,
Marvel.
Marvel, anything you can think of like that's big, they locked it down. So for the other platforms like OpenSeas, they have like Board Ape Yacht Club, or they have CryptoPunks. Yeah, they're worth millions and millions of dollars because they're one of one. They're one of one. That means that there's only one ever made, and in BB they have the same one is minted 3,000, 5,000 times over. So therefore, the value kind of deflates. But
Still worth a lot.
they're still worth a lot of money though. So that's another thing. I'm obsessed with this app. This is all I do. I flip, I buy
And also, you can
cryptos.
open your stuff.
Yeah. There's tons of use case behind this. Also, I mean, you can open it, you can see it on your phone, or you can actually AR.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, you have AR capabilities where you can actually read a comic book,
That's really cool.
like real life. Or if you have a statue of a Batman or Mickey, you can prop it up on your phone and people can take pictures with it and stuff. So this is all leading up. They're getting us ready for the metaverse. This is what the metaverse is going to bring us, and this is just the beginning. So Immutable X was the best place to enter Ethereum. So Immutable is an Australian-based company, market leader, scaling blockchain, has created a digital ownership. Let's see what else. So through the Immutable platform, the company is bringing transparency in OPEC world assets economy of NFTs. Immutable is the first layer 2 scale solution for NFTs on Ethereum with instant trading confirmations, massively scalability. So their transactions. So that's another thing. When you buy CryptoPunks or Board Yacht 8 Club, like there's gas fees behind that you have to pay. Like you get to move your Board Yacht 8 or your CryptoPunk, but you're gonna pay a hefty transaction fee. We're talking about you buy $100,000 NFT, you're gonna pay thousands of dollars in gas fees. Like, what do you think, Alex? Is that worth it?
I feel like you already knew I had something to say about that. I mean, hey, if you got it, you got it, and that's how you spend your time. And like, you don't want to go to a museum, and buy the stuff off the wall or go to an auction. That's what you want to do instead. More power to you. But I I was listening to this one guy talk about. He's like, yeah, I just didn't want to pay the gas fee for this really expensive thing because it's 90 grand. This is 90 grand just to move it. It's not. I think that's. I mean, I can't even imagine how much this thing is. But so also Ethereum, like the gas fees fluctuate based on like as they're scaling up and everything, but also just like supply and demand, right? If there's more people on the server and throughput and like wanting to get something done, like the gas fees will explode, right? And that's actually why like Binance and Solana and some of these other ones and like a lot of the blockchains are starting to like get NFTs and digital art and assets because like Ethereum has that corner, but a lot of like people that don't have like outrageous amounts of wealth, like they can't afford to be playing around on Ethereum, even if they're super smart. It's too expensive. It prices them out, right? So that's kind of actually one of the big reasons that Binance, and it's something Leo and I have talked about a lot, but like Binance has blown up in such a big way, right? Because it's so much more affordable and, people can do things a lot cheaper on it. It is more centralized. So, one company does own it, but there is some checks and balances. However, the ideal utopia, crypto, a 3.0, Web 3.0 is for it all to be decentralized. And I think we are kind of like slowly moving out to that way. And Ethereum has had a lot of positives, but it also has, those issues of, well, a lot of people can't use it because it can be really expensive and prohibitive in a lot of cases. So, that's why they are building out to Ethereum 2.0. But so it is just very interesting to watch the market mature and watch more and more people get into it and kind of find these new companies and buildings and services to kind of compensate for Ethereum. But there's other people that want to do things, and there's a lot of potential in the world and markets out there. So that's why they're building too. So yeah, fun stuff. So back to Immutable.
Yeah. So recap, on that. Immutable X is the first layer 2 scale solution of NFTs on Ethereum with instant trading confirmation. Wow, that's amazing. I wonder how they do that. Massive scalability, over 9,000 trades per second. Wow. Zero gas fees. What? So that means I can buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club and not pay, $90,000?
This doesn't make sense to me. It's just like new tech. It's happening, right? All new stuff, good stuff.
Yeah. Zero gas fees, all without compromising user custody. So this is what I see here is that it's going to cost money to transfer your NFT to Immutable, but when you're trading, so it's like, for example, you go into a platform and you buy Bitcoin, and then you send it to your wallet. Well, when you bring it back to the platform to sell it, because you can't sell it in your wallet, within trading in the platform, there are no gas fees. They charge a transaction fee per Binance or whoever your platform is. So that's what that is that they're just swapping it within the platform. So therefore they eliminate the transaction fees because they're using their servers to do that. And I think that's genius. That's very genius. I just want to know how much it's going to cost to send it to my wallet once I do decide to send it to my wallet. Right. It's not going to be very cheap at that point. So I think that's where we'll find out what happens. But I'm really pumped on this. Immutable, they have a lot of things going on. They've so recently Immutable is responsible for launching the most successful blockchain trading game, Gods Unchained, which is headed by the Chris Clay, the former director of Magic, the Gathering Arena. So I don't know about Magic, but if they have one of the top trading games, God Unchained, on their platform, I just want to know what VV is going to do. Like, how are they going to play off? Like, are they going to be neck and neck, or is VV just going to, I hate to say this, but just blow them out of the water?
Yeah, anything's possible, right? Just like we'll see what's built and designed and developed that attracts customers. And VV has like a huge, fan base as it is. I'm not sure how comparable it is to Gods Unchained. It sounds like VV has way more. And Magic: The Gathering Arena is a pretty big game. Magic's pretty solid. I have plenty of experience with it in the past. So, yeah, it's probably a good guy to be directing leading up to that. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of games, and there is a lot of projects like this in gaming stuff, and some like savvy investors, like all they do is just look and play. And a great way to invest in a game is you go out and look and you play it yourself and say, like, is this fun? Is it great? Can you see like, a base of players like growing in this? And that's what they kind of do is they'll go through and just play all of them. They'll look at one company that has 8 games and say, like, does this have a good team? And as long as one of their or two of their games like does really well, like the company should do well, right? So they kind of, it's a good strategy to look into crypto gaming. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's stuff coming out all the time, so it is it's crazy. It's a marathon, right? Not a sprint. So I think Leo's going to go over some of the big things on Immutable X.
Yeah, so just being on Immutable X, the website, you click on market, they kind of advertise what they have going on. So the featured is TikTok top moments, God Unchained, collective, Guild of Guardians Heroes. They have other things here, but then they go down to the bottom, all collections. They have so they have Doge. Doge does have NFTs. I love it. Yeah, it's amazing.
This is a great surprise. Yeah. That just made my day. Yeah. 64 fractionalized Doge NFT. Kill me.
Imagine that you get to own all 64. You make a nice collage out of that. So coming down here, Immutable has collections. So they have CryptoPunks, they have Immutable Rocks, 50 ETH Cat, 64 fractional Doge NFTs. They have Influent Ape Club. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And they have other stuff on here, which I think Immutable's on its way to become one of the first to combine all of the NFTs and gaming platforms together. It's going to be the bridge. I believe it's a bridge, and it's just the beginning. And it's just the beginning, man. I mean,
I can't do it. It's too funny to
let's go back. Where's it at?
Can we
160. Yeah. You want to click on it? Let's click on it.
I need it.
You need it? You want to buy it? So it's going for 0.06 ETH, the fractionals. And I guess there's 64 of these out there. So we're going to be going to Coin Market Cap is like the best because it's one of the best because you can just go down and then there's a little icon here that has a conversion for you. So like I'm not really good at math. I suck at math, honestly. So I use this. Especially when there's a lot of money involved. I don't want to send too much money to people. So 0.06 ETH is $239.37 currently, and it fluctuates obviously because all cryptos fluctuate, right? So $239 for 1/64th of that Doge image, and you can't even see what it is. Like it just looks like a yellow square. It looks like a yellow square, doesn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, this is killing me. I love it. I want the nose. The nose is going for 20 ETH. Well, there you go. 80 grand, bro. You wanna pull it up with me and let's get it, bro. Screw a house payment. Well, I want a Doge nose NFT. But it's interesting and people are creative, and I can't imagine. I mean, if you want to spend a couple $100 on a piece of fractional Doge, like great. But yeah, it's cool. I sent Leo a funny, a news article, which I guess happens all the time, but somebody accidentally put the, 0.75 ETH. So it's like, $3 grand instead of 300 grand for a Bored Ape the other day. And I'm just like, oh man, that's just killer. So anything can happen. It's still the Wild West where we're buying noses, boy.
Yeah. What is this world coming to when they're asking for 20 ETH for a Doge nose? I love it. I hope someone buys it and just, lives their best life. But touching back on what he said about accidentally entering the wrong amount of money requested to sell something or a listing price, when he mentioned that to me, I was like, it wasn't a surprise to me because in the VV platform, you get a lot of people. They call it drinking and VV or whatever poison they're into. You get a little sauced up, and then try to sell your NFT for a flip real quick, and all of a sudden you enter the wrong digit, and you're selling a $2,000 NFT for $20 or $2. It's gonna hurt. Lesson learned, I hope. But yeah, those things go for. I mean, they list that, and it like literally just disappears. It disintegrates. Like someone buys it instantly and makes their day or their month or their year, or even brag about it on the Facebook group chats and stuff. Talk about it, But it happens. And you know what the funny thing about it is that you have like 3 confirmations before you actually list a price. So whatever was going on in their head at the time clearly wasn't that.
I can't. This has been awesome. You wanted to pull up the top crypto gainers? I thought we'd do some meme reviews of names of so the other one that gave me a good laugh the other day was the Clifford Inu. It's the Clifford dog. That's an Inu token. Crypto Mafia. Some of these, obviously some of these are scams and rug pulls. And you really do have to look through them. But the thing that's tricky is they'll make them look like legitimate projects. I know one that got a lot of traction through TikTok and Instagram followers and was Ethereum Max. And it's no one knew what it was. And I actually watched this YouTube channel guy. His name is Spencer. Goes through all these Instagram people and talk about how they scam people out of coins. And they'll come on and be like, "Hey, I got a new tip for this cool coin." And it's a bunch of people buy it and they dump. And it's just you feel bad for people, man. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the world. Hopefully people learn, but that fascinated me that that happens so much. Good for him putting up videos showing people what isn't a scam, but I don't know. Anything else funny?
go down
There's the Witcher Inu. Enron. Okay, that's kind of hilarious, actually. I mean, that's messed up. I don't even want to go there, right? Like, Floki fam. Yeah, there's a lot of Floki ones, man. I don't know what's up. What's going on? I just like I can't. Oh, there's my Clifford Inu. There he is. Yeah. So, comic and like I always think it's interesting when people put safe in it, like safe moon. There's safe coin, and there's a lot of safe ones now because you're marketing yourself basically. And this has been the funniest one so far. I can't do this one.
Hey, Clifford Eno has a 47 million market cap, dude. That's insane, man. That is wild. But you know what, Alex? Let me tell you something, man.
Like, where does it come from?
I'll tell you where it comes from.
Facebook?
Hey, Alex, I have an idea, bro. It's genius, dude.
Yeah.
I say we create a coin. 2 dudes, 1 garage. Promise nothing but good YouTube content and see where we get with that. What do you think?
Yeah, great idea. I'm gonna cut this out real quick because I don't want someone to actually make that crap.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna make that crap, dude. I will learn how to make this coin either in Binance or some kind of freaking crap coin enabler platform where I can do it, and I'm gonna link it down below. Maybe not. But what I'm trying to get to is it's so easy to create a coin and just put it out there on the crypto world, in the blockchain, and just have people, have fun with it and go at it. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's nonsense.
Thanks for hanging out on our 5th official podcast. And yeah, I just kind of want to touch up on a lot of topics that I know we've kind of been all over the place. So there's a lot of things to know and learn. So any finishing thoughts?
Yeah, just thanks for joining us. Hope to see what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Have a good one.
2 dudes, 1 garage out.